The aspiration of any trader on the forex market is to make profit. So if you have a tool that is going to assist you in making profit, why not use it? This tool I'm actually talking about is volume. Volume is an indicator that tells you the number of shares and liquidity on any asset on the forex market within a given period. The forex market has different time frames. The monthly time frame, the weekly, the daily, the 4 hours, the 2 hours, the 1 hour time frame, 30 minutes, 15 minutes time frame, 5 minutes time frame, a minute time frame. So if you set up volume on any of these time frame, it tells you the amount of trader buying an asset during that period. Take for example, if I've set up my volume on a 1 hour time frame, it tells me the amount of traders actually buying or selling that asset within 1 hour. So if you are an aspiring trader or the struggling trader still finding it hard to make profit, this video is basically for you. How to use volume to make profit. I'll be going to the live chat showing you how to set up volume and how to actually interpret it to make profit. I'm presently on the dollar, Japanese yen, and on the 4 hours time frame. So if I'm going to set up the volume, I am going to click on Insert, select Indicators. Under Indicators, I'm going to select Volumes, and under Volume, I'm going to pick Volumes. So a chart box appears, a dialog box. I'm looking at this. I want to set up the parameters. Where the value goes up, meaning buyers, referring to buyers, I prefer color green, so I'm going to maintain color green. And when the value goes down, like the prices are going down, sellers, I'm going to maintain color red and click OK. So on this asset, this is the volume. As a matter of fact, I am on the 4 hours time frame, and the number of traders is around 14,870 traders actually trading this particular period. Like I said earlier, that volume is an indicator that tells us the liquidity on any asset on the forex market within a given period. So presently, having set up my volume, the next thing will be how to interpret it. When I see a spike like this, let me look for an example. Okay, I think I'm having an example here, right here. When I see a spike like this on the volume, it shows that there is high liquidity, higher number of traders actually buying and selling, but it is now left for us to interpret it. Please do not forget, the first thing you need to do before using volume as an indicator is to ensure that you know the trend of the market. I'm not actually covering that in this particular video, but you can refer to one of my videos on how I said how to use top to bottom approach to spot the trend of the market. So this video is basically talking about volumes. Let's look at it here. On the 21st of November 2024, there is a huge spike in volume, the number of buyers, because green here refers to buyers and the red here refers to sellers. There is a huge number of buyers. What is expected to happen on this candlestick is massive price rise. But I'm going to use let me use a vertical line so we can actually get somewhere. I want to use a vertical line so we could get somewhere. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Now, with this huge spike in volume, I'd expected to see a massive price rise, but instead I'm seeing sellers pushing the price down. The implication of this is that no matter how much buyers come during this particular period, the sellers are maintaining a price value, thus bringing the value down. So you could see here that with this bullish candlestick, which is more evident, the huge number of buyers could not push the price up. So if I were to be in your shoes, I will never buy. Even when I see this spike, I will never buy, but I will rather sell. And that is what actually happened. Even with, take for instance, the other push on the volume still was not massive. There was a massive price rise. So definitely the buyers are actually, the sellers are pushing the price down. And that's what it has actually been confirmed here. A downtrend. Sellers at play. They don't want that price to rise. That's an interpretation on volume. So for me as a person, I will sell. It has actually confirmed, knowing the trend of the market and with the huge spike in number of buyers and the price of this instrument refused to rise, then some people are behind it, they don't want it to rise, and that is what is actually happening. So I'm going to look for another example here. Okay, I think I have a typical example here. Look at the spike in the volume, the increase in the number of buyers. Actually, like there is an increase in the number of volume, buyers have played, there is an increase, there is an increase, there is an increase. Now, for me as a person, I haven't seen this. I'm also going to use a vertical line to actually select it for clarity. Never mind. See, there's a huge spike in buyers, the volume buyers, and I have this candlestick which is bullish enough. Even though the sellers tried as much as possible to come on board here, but refused to push the price down. And so the next volume, the buyers came into play, meaning that the sellers are unable to push this price down. Definitely is a field day for the buyers. For me as a person, it's a confirmation that an uptrend is in motion. I will start buying. And this is what actually happened. Looking at it, with the increase in the number of volume, the number of buyers increasing, you could see that the price of this instrument kept rising. And this is what happened. The price of the instrument kept rising. And this is what is actually happening here. Even, look at it, even when we got here, that the buyers got to the peak, the sellers came, tried to push it. Look at this bearish candlestick. The sellers tried to push this candlestick down, but it wasn't massive enough. The buyers still maintained it, and that's why we had an uptrend. So what I'm actually trying to say when using volume as an indicator is that volume tells you the number of shares within a period, and it gives you an hint, because it's like telling a story. It gives you an hint of what is actually happening on the candlestick. So I want to look for another example. When I see something like this, look at this area. When I see something like this from here, from 25th of October 2024 to 4th of November 2024, I'm sure I will never trade, because the spike in the number of volume is so low. Definitely I will never trade. The only time I will start thinking of trading is when I start seeing huge spike in the volume. Then it gives me a confirmation of what next is going to happen. The volume is a good indicator because it tells you what the traders are actually trying to do on the candlestick. It's also advisable for further confirmation that you use it in combination with some other indicators. I hope you enjoyed what you've just learned. Thanks for watching.